Hi, my name is Susie Trzaskus, and I'm your kids' biology teacher. I wanted to give you a little tour of our Canvas classroom and give you an idea of, what kind of experiences your child might have with us in our class and some background to share with you about me. Okay, so welcome to our Canvas site. You'll notice that your students, I am sharing my screen as if I was a student. And so you'll see some quick navigations. Typically, they'll start at their dashboard and then they'll come to bio and they'll hit their home page. On the home page, there is this wonderful classroom that was fun to decorate. It has a little bit about me in there. You'll notice that there's flowers and female scientists, microscopes, some plants, a beautiful outdoor scape, and you'll also notice some fun little chickens here and there. I am lucky enough to live in a city that allows me to have chickens, and I've got 4 great chickens. We enjoy having them and eating the eggs, and it's been a really fun time for us to play with the chickens since we're all stuck at home anyway. So here, you'll notice that this image has some information on it. Each of these are hyperlinks. These kids can get to our weekly syllabus here, our book login, and then each of the classes have a separate Zoom classroom. I have also maintained the table below it that also gives them the Zoom classroom and shares the emails of the teachers in their class. I am the primary science instructor for each of our classes, but you'll notice each class, period 3, has a support by Mr. Marinas. Period 7 has support from Mr. Theodoropoulos, and period 9 has support from Miss Tully. All 3 are talented support teachers. We treat each other equally. Before we started, so this was my classroom at the beginning of the summer. I made some fall updates, as you can tell above. You can pass through this slideshow to see what the weekly online classroom expectations are. Obviously, students need to come ready to learn. That's very important. I know that our homes all have different needs and different activities going on. I have 2 children and a third comes to do school here, so my space is busy. I have a couple dogs and they get loud sometimes. So I understand if your child needs to keep their screen off or keep their mics off to accommodate others in the home. So as much as I enjoy seeing the beautiful faces of your children, I understand if they can't share at a given time. Okay, we will meet every single class period I'm allowed. So you'll notice that the schedule is posted both here in this green table and here in the class Zoom links. Attendance is taken. I do try to accommodate kids. If kids haven't been able to come in for any particular reason and they contact me, then we can meet outside of the class period based on office hours or when works for them. Okay. My office hours are Mondays, period 2, and Tuesdays, period 8. Okay. And then you'll notice, these are those classroom expectations, those fun little Zoom expectations. And your kids were great from the get-go. I've not had to remind really anybody of these expectations. So here is my schedule as well, so you can see what periods are there and what classes I'm teaching when. The hyperlinks in there also have the Zoom classroom links, but I haven't had anyone lately that hasn't been able to find our classroom, so I'm very excited about that. So if you go to the syllabus, you'll be able to see that we have every week from the beginning of the school year, I have all of the assignments that they've been asked to do, all of the activities. And they can find those actual activities at modules. And you'll notice, I didn't start it this way, but you learn something after a while. Every week is its own module, and every day has its activities. We have day 1, Wednesday work, day 2, and weekend homework. Typically, I assign something for all of those time periods. And you can scroll down and see what we've done in the past and ask your child to open up their assignments to take a look. So when you go back to the top, the next spot is their grades. This is a really important tab to click. The grades gives you every single assignment that has been given in a class. It tells you whether it's missing, whether it's late. It tells you the score they've received and out of what they received it of. Now, this is my, fake student account. So boy, I'm in trouble. I've missed quite a few assignments. So luckily, I don't have zeros in there. So I guess I still have 100%. But that's the best place. It's also a great place to go if you can't find assignments, because if the students can't find their assignments, then what are they going to do? So it's really important that this grade button for every single one of their classes is a place to go to identify any activities that they may be missing. So that's pretty much Canvas for me in a nutshell. There are other access activities here. So there's 2 pieces of information that I want you to see. There is an online textbook that has a pretty complicated login system. I've gone over it in detail with your students over and over, and any student who has not been able to open the textbook, we meet typically on a private basis in a different Zoom class, or we stay after and they share their screen and we walk through it. So if your child is struggling logging into their textbook, please have them email me and I will get on with them and we'll work it out immediately. Okay. The last thing I really wanted to share about the way that I teach or our classroom is this book called Brain Rules. For me, I've been teaching at Niles North. This is my 23rd year of teaching at Niles North High School. It was my first home, and it will be my home till I retire, which makes me very excited. I love teaching. I had got my bachelor's of science teaching at biology with my biology major, chemistry minor from Illinois State University. And I received my master's in of arts and teacher leadership from U of I Springfield campus. And throughout my years, being a scientist, it gives me an opportunity to really think about education and how that brain organ actually functions, and how do we get it to maximize, learning and growing and finding happiness in our lives. And so there's this psychologist, John Medina, that you can see on the screen here, and it has he has come up with 12 brain rules. There are a few that are a bit outdated. However, it's a wonderful place to go, especially during this COVID time, this time where our kids are on the screen all the time. And myself, we're on the screens all the time. And so taking a look at some of these brain rules is very, very helpful. The ones I've been trying to highlight with our kids is that sleep is really, really important. And of course, the sensory integration when working on our home, when we're learning, trying to get as many modalities as possible, which is difficult online. What sort of hands-on activities can we get? So that's pretty much where I'm at as far as teaching and instructing your students in biology. A couple of rules and regs for our classroom as far as late assignments or assignments we don't like our grade on. My philosophy is I want to catch the kids learning. That's my job. My job is to help your children to grow and become the best students they possibly can, to find how they learn and maximize the support they can get from school and from other teachers. And so, to that end, I truly believe that students should redo assignments until they can prove that they've learned the material, not just to get a good grade, but to really learn it. And so your students do have the opportunity to turn in late assignments and to redo assignments. I will say, as far as late assignments go, I'm I rarely would take points off for tardiness, but there are consequences for not turning your assignments in on time. And those consequences come in their ability to participate in class, their ability to show their best on assessments. And so there are consequences for late assignments. And those natural consequences um, have always been more beneficial than me taking points off of a late assignment. The learning is always better. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. As you can see down here in this, there's my email, sustrz@d219.org. Welcome to Niles North, and welcome to biology and freshman or whatever year it is for your child in my class. I haven't found a kid yet that I don't enjoy. I enjoy teaching them every day, and I look forward to the growth that they will have throughout the year. Please feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great day.